On this episode, we're preparing for storm season with Ronnie McCracken with Farmers Insurance. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. Hello, St. Louis. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. We have a really good episode lined up today, and it's actually episode number 50, kind of a milestone episode today. So we are the men in black, apparently, and we're going to talk about storm damage. It's spring's here. Storms are going to be coming through if they have not been already, and there's some things that are good to know when it comes to your homeowner's insurance in the event you get storm damage. So we have Ronnie McCracken with the McCracken Group here, Farmers Insurance. And Ronnie, thanks for joining us on this milestone episode.
It's awesome to be here. Number 50. You guys have come a long way too, Bob. So such a short time. So thanks for having me here.
It's appropriate. You're the one on it. It kind of worked out this way, but it's highly appropriate that you're the one here for episode 50. I don't know how far I would have made it without your help with everything. So very fitting that you are here today. So anyway, I want to take everyone through the claim process, or the process people go through in the event that they get storm damage. Storm comes through, they get maybe something with their roof or otherwise. What's the process? How do they start?
That's a good question. So the way that we do it at the McCracken Insurance Group is we kind of like to do things backwards. And a lot of people, when they get a roof claim or the hailstorm comes through and they go up there and they try and inspect their roof and they're like, oh, I got all this damage. And then they want to instantaneously make this claim. And we say, whoa, put on the brakes. Because once you make that claim, regardless if you accept payment or not, that claim's going to go against you now. And we want to make sure the way that we do it, and like we say, we always give advice to friends, family, it doesn't, not just our clients, but this can save you in the long run, is we do it backwards. As soon as you think you have the storm damage, call us, call your agent. We have a specific roofer, maybe one or two roofers that we use that we trust, and we're going to send them out there and let them do their job that they're the expert in. Okay. So you're the expert in real estate. I'm not going to figure out how much my home's worth. I'm going to ask you.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that the roofer goes out there and says, this is what's wrong. This is what we can help you with. Because insurance adjusters and claims reps, they want to see a certain amount of damage over the entire house before they pay out full for your roof. So a lot of people think they're going to get paid out full. Well, we want to make sure that you're not just getting some back. We want to make sure it's worth that claim. So we do it kind of backwards.
Okay.
And go in that route.
Now, what if something happens overnight on weekends? What's the process?
Sure. First of all, don't go out in the storm. Make sure the storm's passed. If something is wrong with your roof, or you got a hole in your roof, or something like that, first of all, get your family going. Take them to the nearest family, next door neighbor, go to a hotel, something like that. Right. With my agency, call me. I have people that I can get out in an emergency situation.
Okay.
If the storm's gone and you know that there's not a ton of damage, like a hole in your roof, that you can actually get on the structure. If you have a high-pitched roof, don't walk up there. But if it's something that where you have a low-pitched roof and you can get up there, you may want to tarp it, put something over it so that it doesn't get more damage.
Okay.
But definitely don't try and assess it yourself. Like, we have people, especially the roofers that I use, they're used to going out in the middle of the night, especially in storm season. So give us a call, give them a call if you have their number, but don't try and take care of it yourself.
Okay. And I have to ask, what happens if there's something immediate and their brother-in-law has a reputable company and they just contact it? He lives down the street, they contact him and he wants it. Like, how does it work if they were to contact a company that provides a service that requires reimbursement?
Sure. So if you know somebody that has a company and they can go out there, just keep track of all the receipts, keep track of, and especially if it's a brother-in-law in a family situation like that, they're probably not going to charge you up front. They're going to say, hey, let's take care of it.
Right.
And most reputable people will just take care of it.
Right.
But you want to make sure you keep track of all the receipts, and then you can file the claim backwards. Just remember, you're going to be out of pocket at first.
Okay.
But you can reimburse through the company. The biggest thing is just making sure you have a conversation with us, because a lot of people do have deductibles that they have to overcome, and that becomes an issue. So, but that's probably another topic.
And that's kind of what we're going to lead into also as well. How do people, as far as being proactive, how can people make sure that they have the types of coverage they want, and what types of coverage should people be looking for in their policies right now?
Sure. So a lot of companies lately, and I won't name other companies' names, that's not what we do, they've gone to a percentage deductible. And what that means is a percentage of your dwelling amount that they have to overcome. So my company, we run $1,000, $1,500 deductibles, which is easy to overcome with storm damage, but a lot of companies, to save a premium or to save you money, they may go to a 1%. Well, 1% of a $600,000 home is $6,000, and that's a lot to overcome for a deductible. So you need to be aware of what's in your policy right now. Don't wait till storm season to find out. Like, look at it now and see where your deductible's at. Because if you have a $3,000 deductible to overcome, that means you have to overcome that before insurance will pay you anything out. And so that's what you need to be aware of.
Okay.
And that's why we do everything backwards, is because we want to make sure you have enough damage and that the roofers that we use can fit everything into there, and still, so you're not out of pocket.
Right.
Because if it costs $2,500 to repair the roof, and you got a $3,000 deductible, it's a sad, rude awakening when you have to have that conversation, tell somebody it's not going to happen. So
How long does it take? I've had it happen once before, and within the past year, that home's roof is damaged, and we have a contract to close. How quick of a process is it as far as the pinpoint roof damage and need it repaired? Like, how quick does the process take?
That's a good question. And so it's one of those things where you can't be in a rush to get it done. Now, if you know a good roofer and they understand the process, like we both know the same roofer,
right,
that we could get them, hold them up, and they could probably get it done because they know the timeline, and they would probably work with us and the customer, only because they know us.
Right.
Whereas most roofers, probably not. They're going to want the money up front. The other thing also is, if it is storm season and it's a catastrophe storm where everybody's affected by it, there's going to be a little bit of a log jam,
of course,
with everybody, because you got X amount of adjusters that can go to X amount of areas.
That's a different scenario, but yeah.
But as far as like getting the roof done at like a closing, it can happen pretty quickly. It's just about knowing the right roofers, and I only have 2 roofers that I know and I trust, and I don't use anybody else, just because that's the thing with some storms, is you want to make sure that roofer knows exactly what they're doing. You don't want the guy that's just driving around town in out of state plates. That's not going to be around here. So
great. Well, that's good information. We will end on that note. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Ronnie. He'll monitor the comments section. If you guys have any questions about your roof, I'll tag you. That way they know how to find you on social media. Awesome. As always, that concludes episode number 50 of the Bob Wahl Show. Thank you everyone for joining us. Goodbye for now, and I will see you guys next week.
Awesome.